Welcome, everyone, to the very first episode of Everything Bagel featuring the Comic Plug. I am the Comic Plug, and to my side is my beautiful wife,
The Phoenix.
but she has a name. What would that be?
Ro- Roshan.
Okay, so this is Roshan. Actually, it's not the Phoenix, it's what is it?
The Phoenix Fitness.
Phoenix Fitness. So those of you on social media, she's on all social medias under Phoenix Fitness. I myself am under the Comic Plug on most socials. So being the very first episode, I'm gonna put my hand around my lovely wife. We're just going to talk about a couple things. And first thing I want to talk about is the Motor City Comic Con. So the Motor City Comic Con, like all Comic Cons, well, around this area, it's a rather large one, and it happens both in November and then in May. So we went to our very first one was in November, and my wife dressed up as a Tron character. Uh, there was effort. She did her best, and it was cool. This time we went May, which was a few days ago, was the time that we went. And what was the character you went as?
Storm.
Yep. And she did great effort. She got a lot of praise. A lot of people acknowledged her. She took some pictures, which was kind of cool. Um, and so that was a good aspect. So got us to thinking. And in the comments, whoever watches this, we have some time. We have about 6 months. Let us know what you think she should go as. Knowing that she went as Storm, let us know what she should go as. Um, and let's just get the formalities. Like, follow, subscribe, comment, do all those big things. Help us grow. Be our first subscriber. Why don't you? So she runs Phoenix Fitness, right? And so it makes sense, doesn't it, to go as the Phoenix?
It does.
So I want it to be the Dark Phoenix, though, not because of the color of his skin, stop being racist, but because the Dark Phoenix has a better looking costume than just the green and the yellow. I'm thinking the red and yellow with the gold, or the red and gold with the gold sash and the fire red hair. What do you think of that?
That's the one I want to go.
Yeah, so I think that'll look really really cool, because I would go dressed up as Cyclops. That way it plays off each other. Or Wolverine. One, I'm about 8 inches too tall to be Wolverine technically because he's only like 5'3". And um, Scott, he's not a favorite character of mine. He's kind of uh, he's the captain of the X-Men, right? As we all know, but he really doesn't have any like leadership qualities in the comics. They wrote him kind of horrible, and in the movies thus far, they really did him dirty. They killed him off. Like Jesus Christ, how can you be the leader of a major hero group and you're dead? You can't lead from the grave. I don't know what you're doing. So I might go, but then again, when I go to these comic cons, I want to meet the people that follow, and I want to meet the people that I follow. Like we met some interesting characters, talked to a lot of cosplayers, got a lot of video. There was only one. Let's talk about that one. Which one character was real hesitant for me to take a video?
That you.
Yeah, that I was taking a video from. Like
Oh,
they were really like, oh, I don't know.
is that the Queen?
Yeah. So that was Maleficent.
Mm-hmm.
Now, granted, I had to put her at ease because I guess earlier that day someone was like, "I want to take video of you," but he was with the Motor City Comic Con and she didn't feel comfortable with it. But I showed her what I'm doing with it, and she was like, "Oh, okay." And it was I just needed her to just do what she was doing, which was just this. That's all she did. And I put it on TikTok, and it came out really good. It's gotten a good amount of views and great comments and tons of likes, which I'm happy with. And I can speak for myself that I enjoyed myself thoroughly, and I can't wait till November. Um, I wasn't able to get any of the signatures from the movie stars because like those lines, there wasn't a lot of movie stars there that I wanted to see on Friday. The one was Carl Urban, and that line took over. It's serpentine throughout his whole thing, and then even in William Shatner's area. Wasn't it crazy?
That was crazy.
I was like, and then you look across there to Linda Gray from Dallas, and you're like, this poor woman. There's no one there. Or Jerry the King Lawler or JR. There was
Oh,
like no one there. And watching them walk,
oh my God, so sad.
yeah, but we were talking about this. You have to understand they're old, right? And then with Jerry the King, he looked like he had a rough life, but going through Memphis wrestling and everything like that for all those years that he took those bumps, his body had to been broken down, right?
Mm.
And JR, him having the Bell's palsy really has affected him negatively and his physicality. It was a struggle to say the least for them to walk, and they had to walk a while, and it took them some time. But God bless them. Um, we were able to meet some of the artists, which was really cool. Um, De La Rosa, Sam De La Rosa, he was a chatty Cathy.
I liked him.
Yeah, but he had great personality, and uh, he went out his way to show my wife, oh, I drew Storm once at a Comic Con, which was kind of cool. So we pulled a picture, and in the picture, lo and behold, it was in black and white. He was super young, but he was sitting right next to Jack Kirby, and Jack Kirby was drawing the Captain America for a young boy. And it was really cool. And of course, he still had that to be next to the legend, Jack Kirby, drawing right next to him was kind of cool. So he was awesome. Another Rick Leonardi I met, talked to him. He was really cool. And then Stephanie Phillips. Shout out to Stephanie Phillips, one of the young writers out there that are doing great things. Wrote some of my favorite books, including the Daredevil run right now, and she ran Imperial, and then of course She-Hulk. Excuse me, the She-Hulk series that's going on with Planet She-Hulk, and that's hands down my favorite character because she's strong, she's sexy in some aspects. John Byrne drew her great, and to be honest with you, she's not just a superhero; she's a lawyer, and she's kind of uh, she's kind of frisky. I think that's a nice way of putting it. Wouldn't you say? She gets around. She gets around. She's been with quite a few fellas, and she's not afraid to show that. So I think for the Comic Con, when I go there to feel the vibe. I go there to meet artists, sometimes actors and wrestlers and things like that. But it's never really to buy comics, which is kind of weird. My wife did buy a sword, and we'll show. You can see it behind her. We haven't named it yet. There it is, right there. It's beautiful. But I think later on today, she's gonna come up with a name for it, and on the next episode, we'll let you guys know. If you have any suggestions, please put it in the comments. Um, we want it to be like King Joffrey making a decision. Then again, I don't want my baby to get poisoned by somebody at all. So be careful who's around your cup. You don't want to have the wailing widow or whatever he named his sword. He's such a God. Joffrey was a horrible king. So my view on it, Rashawn. Why don't you take a little bit of time and tell me what you liked most about the con and what you think you want to see or accomplish next time we go in November.
Well, what I go for is to see, more people like their costumes and stuff. So I want to see like their cosplay outfits. That's what I'm looking forward to for next year and well, November. Um and then actually what I go there for too is to see like what vendors they have. So more like swords, more action figures and stuff like that.
Okay.
So,
Yeah. I mean, what do you think they could improve on when it comes to like the whole experience or the whole thing? Is there anything that comes to mind that you would like if you had your druthers, like they had you could stay till after the show, 30 minutes after the show, they had a live wrestling, and then they had the after party at a local sports bar, but you had to like pay to get into that. Um, is there anything that you would like to see that that would get you like, oh, this is awesome?
um, more actors show up on the Friday
Yeah.
instead of canceling,
Well, there was Frenchie from The Boys was the only actor that had canceled.
but more
Yeah,
on
no,
Friday.
I get that because most of the people, as you guys already know, a lot of the actors don't show up until Saturday and Sunday, which is kind of insane because there were tons of people there on Friday. And to not have Simon Pegg there, to not have William Shatner, Haley Atwell, to not have any of those people, Patrick Duffy wasn't there. Just like a lot of people weren't there on Friday, which is a shame because you have different fans. Like Comic Cons are not cheap. And I didn't go on a press pass, so my stuff wasn't free. So we paid. We paid for everything. And so we're paying to get in. So if we want to go for all 3 days, we have to pay for the 3 day package, which can be for two people. It can be a little up there. The good thing is that we're local, so we can just drive home, so we don't have to stay in a hotel. But I figure if we go to Terrificon, uh, that'll be different. If we go to North Carolina, that'll be different. We'd have to either drive there or fly there, then stay in a hotel and go for more than 1 day, which would make sense. Or if we go to San Diego Comic Con, right? We go to San Diego. We'd want to see San Diego because we've never
Hmm.
been there. So we would stay for a few days. So when it comes to like cons, I think the important part is not to over budget yourself because I went there with a okay, this is my budget. I'm gonna have to take pictures with people and to get my book signed. And I came back extremely happy because I spent $350 less than I thought I would. And I was okay with that because I can roll that over to something different. Going into this, Rashawn, did you have a number put in your head as a budget, or
No,
were you just flying off the seat of your pants?
I didn't plan on buying anything, so I didn't even have a budget.
So, what did you wind up buying? It was just a sword, was
Just
it
the
not?
sword.
That was fairly good price, though.
Hmm.
Granted, you can't even cut cheese with it, but I mean, it's for decorations.
It can
Um,
be sharpened.
we have a honing stone upstairs, so it is. And pardon us, we are in the middle of lunchtime, so my sweetie has to eat. And shout out to McDonald's for supplying us with 20-piece nugget. We also had to buy those; they weren't given to us. So I guess I misspoke by saying supplying. And ignore what's in her cup. It's just coffee. So there it is. So it was great overall. In all, I would rate this experience even on a Friday at a 4.5 out of 5 stars. And while she's chewing, I'm not going to ask her to do this because she's going to be, oh my god, I don't know what to do. What I would like to see that could improve is the same as what she had said. Is I would like to see more of the actor talent there on Fridays or for the whole weekend instead of that. Even one of the main artists, the comic book people, Scott Snyder, didn't show up till Saturday. But yet and still, they were selling at his booth signed or pre-signed books. So why not just show up? I mean, why not show up? There was one of the artists that I really want to see that had canceled. Um, I want to say it was the Wednesday, Thursday they had canceled, which was kind of like, oh well, I guess we'll wait to meet this guy. He's one of the newer artists that draw on a lot of just draw some beautiful covers. So there we have it. That's our assessment on how the Comic Con went. So let's get to the next topic. So we've had a long-standing debate on between my wife and I on when is it appropriate to wave with two hands, right? When is it appropriate to wave with two hands? I know what you're thinking. What? Like, does this make sense? Who waves with two hands? Let me tell you, there's a lot of people that wave with two hands. So let's go over the proper etiquette, shall we? I meet a person for the first time and I see them in the street. Is it a one or a two hand wave, Rashawn?
One.
It's a one hand wave, right? When I meet a person in the street, when is it appropriate to use two hands?
Well,
Say it.
I don't know. Like,
Don't get us canceled. Whatever you do, don't say the inappropriate things
oh,
that stew in your little head.
if they don't hear you and they don't see you, so then you have to do two hands.
What?
Hmm?
What? Did you say, huh? Like afterwards, after that statement, you
I
followed up
thought
with,
you said
huh?
how to.
Okay,
Whatever.
so let me get this right. Rashawn, Rashawn, Rashawn,
Yes.
Rashawn, is that's appropriate to you?
You trying to get my attention. I don't hear you the first time with one hand. Do
I
two.
I think my voice would be the thing that would get your attention, would it not? I
But
mean, don't you
you're
think?
not the only one that be calling me. You said outside somewhere.
Yeah, so hopefully you guys heard me this entire time. My mic was off because I'm not that smart. Again, episode one, mistakes will happen. I hope this is better. But better yet, I hope you can hear her. She's kind of a lower talker. Okay, so I think the majority of the time, a one hand wave, golf wave, things like that, the queen wave is appropriate. I don't think a man, I don't think a hetero man can get away with doing this ever, ever. In the comments, if you disagree, you tell me a time where a hetero man, it's okay to do this. Agree? Disagree?
I agree.
Okay. So, at what point would it be appropriate to wave with two hands?
Well, for a man, none.
Okay. Checked. Okay. So, for a man, it's never okay from her mouth to wave with two hands. So, let's talk about for a woman. When is it okay for a woman to wave with two hands?
When you trying to get their attention if they didn't hear you.
Again, I don't see that doesn't seem like that's an appropriate time either. Because once you just like at that point, like do that
I don't think so.
or jump up, this
No.
is,
I mean,
is
yeah, that the two hands. Not all of what you just did.
I feel like what I just did would get more attention than this. Because I think that the voice would be the attention getter. How about, and I've seen this all the way back in high school in Detroit. I've seen this from her at our anniversary party when one of her step relatives came down the steps. When my wife saw her, she was like, "Oh my God!" And then she ran up to her and hugged her. That I think is the only appropriate time to use two hands to wave is when you're excited to that level that one hand just isn't enough. You have to use two. Agree? Disagree?
I agree.
Wow. So, but to your point, it's to get people's attention that didn't hear you in the first place.
Yep, that too.
See, I think that that's flawed. I think that that's flawed. Well, there you
Mhm.
have it, guys, from her mouth. Next time you're on the street, if someone doesn't hear you or you're trying to flag down a cab, don't do this. Do this. Do this, right? Do that.
Yep.
If your teacher, if you're in school and your teacher doesn't call you when your hands up there, put both hands up and do this. So this is what I deal with on a daily basis. All right, y'all. Let's head to the next topic. For anyone that knows us, we've been watching wrestling for a long time, and we used to get pay-per-views at our buddy's house. Shout out to That's Effin' Wrestling. Um, we used to get pay-per-views there, and we would get food, and we would share the cost of the pay-per-view, where they would come over, everyone would come over our house and share the cost of the food, and everyone would put in on the pay-per-view, and it was awesome. Um, and so we've been watching for a long time, going to live shows, going to WrestleMania. Well, she and I have only went there to WrestleMania once, but we went to Raw quite a few times, to SmackDown quite a few times, and a bunch of house shows too. But I have a unpopular take on today's wrestling, which don't get me wrong, I like it. I really do. I really do like it. I enjoy it. Um, but there's some characters that I predominantly watch Raw and then all the PLEs that they have on. But I'm familiar. I think they're under pushing a couple people like Dominic Mysterio. I expect them to push a little bit harder on that. But with AAA happening and them getting a 2 day event is pretty cool. I think he's underutilized. LA Knight, I think, is super underutilized. I like the time that they're giving Sol Ruka now, and the match that she just had on Raw last Monday with Io Sky was phenomenal. Did you know that Io and her longtime boyfriend, who just signed with NXT, got married yesterday?
No.
Yeah, they made it official.
Mm.
They got married. So that was good for them. Now, again, he just signed with NXT, so he's in the business. He's pretty sweet too. He's pretty sweet. I think when they debut him, when he hones his skills, unlike Jade Cargill, which jumped over NXT, and you can tell in her product that she puts out there in the ring. Um, although her last match that I saw at WrestleMania was a good match, I was pleased with that. Um, one of my favorite wrestlers is Io Sky because like everything between her and Asuka was so great. And anytime that Io wrestles another person, that match is great. With Stephanie Picard, that was a great match. The Sol Ruka was really good. As a matter of fact, we watched it again this morning, and my wife was just stressed watching the match because of all the daring things that they'll want to do and they do off the top rope. But I will say, although I like the storyline, I cannot stand Roman Reigns. I dislike his character so much because with him it's egotistical, right? It's always acknowledge me. I'm the I'm the tribal chief, the OTC, I'm the over the counter. You know, I don't like him. I don't like his campiness. I am 100% Team Fatu. 100%. I don't even like the Usos now because you got, what is his name? Primetime Jay? I would call him 5 Move Jay. And my buddy would say, don't do that. No, I'm going to do that. 5 Move Jay Uso. Because you will get 5 moves out of him and he'll go on repeat. Jimmy ain't that much better. They are twins for a reason. What 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 do you what is your thoughts? Because you're super quiet. What is your thoughts on we'll say Raw or the WWE because again, we're not really honed on NXT like we should be or SmackDown. What's your take on what we just watched?
I don't know. I don't. Roman Reigns is okay. He need more moves. I don't like the flying.
Oh, Superman punch?
Yeah, that's just
Oh, from
dumb.
from anywhere. I'm gonna Superman punch. I've been knocked down. I'm unconscious for 2 whole minutes, and then all of a sudden I jump up. I can Superman punch.
That's all we do.
Well, he does his spear too.
Yeah,
Ooh, what does he do in the corner? He bends down, and what does he say? What does he say? Ooh ah! And then he runs, and oh my God, it's a finisher.
it's terrible.
Look,
To me,
I get that.
it could be better.
Are you saying wrestling or Roman Reigns?
He can be better.
So we didn't watch during the whole Shield that he came up in when he first bumped up. We didn't see that when him and Seth first coming up and stuff like that. We're seeing the after effects of the OTC, the Paul Heyman era, and I get it. It's a great gimmick, and he does help the brand. But I don't like him. I don't like that he wants his family members to acknowledge him. And let's all be honest. A one-on-one true match. Do I think Jacob Fatu can beat Roman Reigns? No. Um, but then again, all Jacob has to do is hit him right in his freaking veneers, and he'll be like, "Oh my God, no OTC doesn't have any," because those are 100% fake chompers. Um, I don't like the gimmick. Again, Team Jacob Fatu. I like the angle that they're coming. I like how they wrote it, and if Roman's part of that, that's a great aspect. I even liked when he was going up against CM Punk. I thought that was a great angle too. Although I didn't really feel the whole old man thing because it's not like Roman's young. Roman, real life, has issues, but their family has really helped the industry for the past 15 years. And the funny thing is, Rock's not even really related to them. Dwayne Johnson, you ask any of those brothers, it's like from the mom side of the family, they're distant. They're all Samoan, but remember, Dwayne Johnson is also black. He's not just Samoan. But you rarely see him hype up Rocky, Rocky Johnson, but High Chief Maivia all day long. I wonder why. Well, guys, we wanted this one to be a short one. We'll promise you we'll come up with better content. We're going to be releasing one of these a week until we get our feet underneath us, until we teach this one how to be a little more interactive. It's going to come with time. We're going to get our little phoenix to rise out of that little shell of hers, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks again. Remember to subscribe and to give us a thumbs up. Comment too. Help us out. Give you better content. You guys have a great day. Are we going to one hand wave or two hand wave for this one? Oh, two hand wave. We're trying to get your attention. That's all we're doing.